Alright, well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm up. I'm awake. Um, yeah, alright. Rocky is asleep at the end of the bed, snoring away. He's on top of my shirt that I wore yesterday. He was snoring. He stopped now, I guess. But, anyway, here's the thing. I've been thinking about something, and it bothers me. Somebody quite close to me a few days ago said something to me that got me thinking, and it does bother me, because it goes to show the level of cognitive dissonance we're dealing with right now. What this person said to me is that I should just give in and go along with the program, that I should just go along with everything that's happening now, because otherwise they're going to kill me, and they're still going to go ahead and do whatever they want to do. Which is true. I mean, and I'm aware that that at some point people like me are liable to be killed. They're already making it a lot harder for us to live, and their intention is to kill us. It really is. But here's the thing. It isn't about what they will do, because I don't control them. I only control me. It's about what I do. It's about, do I participate in this situation or do I not? And bear in mind, we're dealing with true evil here. We're not dealing with just some bland thing or whatever, something that could be good or bad, who knows. We're dealing with true evil here, and there is no neutral position when you're dealing with evil. The same spirits that were active in the 1930s and 40s are active now, big time. And there's a lot of parallels that can be drawn between these times and those times. If you know history like I do, and I do know history, and that particular era is an era that's always really interested me, that 1930s, 40s, 50s era. I've always taken a keen interest in that. And so I know quite a bit about that era and about what was going on the earth at that time. I know quite a bit about Hitler's rise to power. I know quite a bit about how the people came to do the things they did. People will say, well, I don't understand how these sadistic people, they did these horrible things. I don't know how they got to the point where they could do that. Well, I do understand it. It makes sense to me. Because if you know a little bit about human nature and you know about what was going on at that time, it makes sense. See, you can't take a neutral position. There is no neutral position. You're either for evil or you're against it. There is no neutral position when it comes to evil. And look, pick a concentration camp guard, an infamous one of the ones that was executed after the war because they did terrible things. Any one of them. Now, if any one of those people had refused to participate, if they had refused to follow the program, they would have been put to death. In all likelihood, if they refused to follow orders and so on, death. That's what happened to people who refused to participate. They were taken out and they were killed. But the Holocaust still would have happened. It would have just happened without them, is all. And see, that's what this person said to me. They said, well, you'll be dead and they'll still do what they want to do. Yeah, well, if Irma Gries, for example, who was a very infamous concentration camp guard who used to love to torture women and everything else in the concentration camps and kill them, if she hadn't participated, she'd have probably been taken out and killed right away. By participating, she bought herself maybe 3 or 4 more years of life. And then when the Allies got a hold of her after the war, they had Albert Pierpont, the British executioner, hang her by her neck until she was dead, and she was executed at the age of 22. So rather than being executed at the age of 18 by the German government, she got executed at the age of 22 by the Allied powers, and who came in and had to clean up the mess that her and others like her had made. And she died with a lot of evil under her belt. She died having done some really horrible things. She died a really bad person. And whether she died in 1942 or 1946, it would have been better for her to die in 1942 for a noble cause than to die in 1946 for evil. You see? And that's how I feel about the whole thing. There is no neutral position here. If you take a neutral position, you're taking a position for evil. If you're telling people that they should just be afraid and go along out of fear and support the evil cause, at least outwardly, and not let on that they don't support it out of fear, then you are siding in with evil. That's the bottom line. And a lot of the people who are doing that don't know they're doing it. This person that said that to me, they don't know that they're supporting evil. It isn't that they're a bad person or an evil person. What it is that they're a fearful person. They're a coward, basically. And if you look at what happened during World War II and during the 1930s leading up to World War II, a lot of what happened then happened because of cowardice. Because people were afraid to speak up. People were afraid of what would be done to them if they spoke up. People were afraid not to cooperate. Anyway, the video size limit is reached, so that's it for now. Talk to you later.